What is up guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we will be talking about how to take sharper photos with your camera. Before we start this video, I want to say that you always can tweak your pictures in post in your editing software, but in this video we will be talking about how you can get the pictures as sharp as possible on the spot with your camera. So we will be tweaking camera settings and I will give you guys some tips to get the sharpest photos. So let's get started and we will get into this video. The first and probably most important tip I have for you guys is to shoot outdoor. I know it isn't always possible to shoot outdoor, but when you shoot indoors you can face a lot of problems. You can have bad lighting or just don't have enough lighting. When this happens you have to bump up your ISO, and we all know bumping your ISO to a too high of a number brings a lot of digital noise, and that's something we don't want. When you don't have any other possibility to shoot outdoor and you have to shoot indoor, I can give you some small tips like using sunlight. Sunlight is one of the best light sources you can use as a photographer or just in general for filming. The problem with sunlight is that it's not consistent. One moment you can have clear blue sky and a few moments later there can be a cloud passing or something and you can lose all of your light. So sunlight is an option, but if you can shoot outdoor, obviously shoot outdoor. Another option when you can't shoot outdoor and you have to shoot indoor is to turn off all of the lights and use an external flash or the flash built in your camera. Let me know if you guys would be interested in a video about external flashes and how to properly use them. So yeah, let's get to the next step. The second tip I have for you guys is to lower your ISO. We all know the importance of this one. When you get too high in your ISO, you will get digital noise and this will make your photo grainy, and yeah, it's difficult to fix. It is possible in your editing software like Lightroom or other ones, but these fixes can be difficult and you should try to avoid digital noise when possible. For example, when you are shooting outside and it's a beautiful sunny day, you can just use the lowest ISO as possible, like 1 or 200, and you probably will be fine, and yeah, it will give you the best pictures and the sharpest pictures possible. Obviously this doesn't mean you can't go high in ISO. Most newer cameras can go to 3200 without losing a significant amount of quality, but you should always try to go as low as possible. The next step is using a high quality lens. Of course these lenses can be expensive, but they make a big difference in the sharpness of your pictures. So you could say the better the lens, the better the quality. It's something like that. Like I said, these lenses can be expensive, so you should think about it as an investment or if you really need it and if you will get a return out of it. But nowadays there are a lot of cheaper options with similar quality. Of course not the same quality, but you can get away with lower quality or lower budget lenses and still have a good quality in your pictures. The last general tip I have for you guys is to check your sharpness after taking your picture. For the people who have a digital camera, when snapping a picture, go to your digital viewfinder and take a look at your picture. Zoom all the way in at 100% and check if the image isn't blurry. When it isn't blurry, your mission is accomplished and you have a sharp picture. This little tip or this little adjustment in your routine can make a lot of difference. This way you always know when you've taken some pictures that they are sharp and that your settings are correct, so you don't have to waste all your time taking blurry pictures and just seeing it afterwards when getting back home. So now let's get into some tips for when you're out shooting. The first thing you can do is to increase your shutter speed. This one applies for when you're shooting objects that are moving or just aren't standing completely still. So when you increase your shutter speed, you tolerate more movement, and this means you can get sharper pictures when an object isn't standing still or just moving a little bit. The minimum you can go, or a general rule of thumb, is to go 1 over your focal range. So when you're shooting with a 50mm lens, you should increase your shutter speed. Holy shit, that's a difficult word to say. So when you're shooting with a 50mm lens, you should go with a shutter speed of 100 minimum. Of course you can go higher when the object is moving a little bit, but yeah, that's to your preferences. The next step is to shoot in burst mode. This means that you can shoot in continuous mode. The chances of getting your spot on shot increases by getting more pictures, obviously. Again, this is handy for when you are shooting an object that isn't completely standing still or just moving a little bit, but this also can help you for getting the sharpest shot as possible. Alright, so the next step is to steady your shot. If it's hard to keep a steady shot or to keep your camera steady, try to use a tripod. Of course, sometimes you can't bring a tripod with you, I understand, but try to use another object that is near you to place your camera on, to place your elbows on, to keep a steady shot. And if this also is an option, if you have no object near you, try to use your camera strap. So next time you go shooting, bring a camera strap, and if you stretch your strap all the way, you can see it's all the way stretched, and you will have a steady shot. If you have the possibility to use a tripod, of course use a tripod. The results will be better, but it's a little quick tip. Alright, so this was it, guys. I hope you liked these tips. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. If you would like to see a video about post-editing and increasing sharpness in your editing software or just post-production in general, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.